I want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this. That's tough.
The Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah.
Federal investigators are reportedly examining a web of offshore accounts allegedly connected to boxing icon Floyd Mayweather Jr., once celebrated for his flashy displays of wealth and the larger-than-life money image. He now faces mounting scrutiny over claims of tax violations, money laundering, and other financial misconduct. Fans may recall moments when Mayweather showcased stacks of $100 bills aboard his private jet, boasting that he traveled with cash instead of luggage. While those scenes were framed as bold demonstrations of success, some observers now question whether such actions could have served as a way to transport funds internationally while avoiding regulatory attention.
So it's not, it's nothing like riding on the Air Mayweather, big boy private jet, and doing what we do best. That's 700,000. That's 700,000. That's 700,000 right there. And with this, we make just 300,000. That's $1 million.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. was born on February 24, 1977, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, into a family deeply rooted in boxing. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., competed as a welterweight contender, while his uncles, Jeff and Roger Mayweather, also built careers in the sport. Introduced to boxing at an early age, Mayweather captured National Golden Gloves championships in 1993, 1994, and 1996 before making his professional debut on October 11, 1996, stopping Roberto Apodaca in the second round. Over the course of his career, he remained undefeated, retiring with a flawless 50-0 record and securing world titles across 5 weight divisions. Renowned for his defensive mastery and sharp ring IQ, he is widely regarded as one of boxing's all-time greats. Outside the ring, Mayweather cultivated a larger-than-life image, regularly displaying luxury cars, private jets, and large amounts of cash, an image that earned him the nickname Money. Through Mayweather Promotions, he also established himself as a prominent figure in the business side of the sport.
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another $1 million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
The situation surrounding Floyd Mayweather escalated after reports suggested that federal investigators may have identified multiple offshore bank accounts linked to the boxing champion. These accounts were allegedly set up in regions known for strict financial privacy laws, prompting questions about possible tax avoidance and money laundering. Although full details have not been publicly disclosed, the news has unsettled both the sports world and financial analysts. Offshore structures are often scrutinized because they can be used to hide income or shield assets from taxation, and similar arrangements have been central to major investigations in recent years as global authorities crack down on financial crimes. Amid these allegations, Mayweather Jr.'s international business dealings and real estate holdings are facing heightened examination. While he has long been recognized for his lavish lifestyle and worldwide investments, recent claims suggest that some of these ventures may now be part of a broader inquiry into alleged financial misconduct.
Tell me about your establishment.
Well, it used to be a horse farm.
Okay.
And now it's a hotel. And we're very pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
And all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
How long y'all married?
Yes, she's somewhere. I think you're in the kitchen to give you something to eat or drink.
Come on, let's go.
We're gonna go this way. Come this way. Come this way.
In 2024, Floyd Mayweather and rapper Tigger became the focus of a major lawsuit filed by Miami jeweler Leonard Sulmanoff. The $4 million case targets both celebrities, along with Mayweather's company, the Money Team, accusing them of violating the Federal Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, commonly known as RICO. This statute is typically applied in cases involving organized crime or repeated patterns of fraudulent business conduct. According to the complaint, Mayweather and Tigger allegedly obtained high-value luxury jewelry from Sulmanov but did not complete the agreed payments. The jeweler contends that this was not an isolated dispute or simple misunderstanding, but rather part of an ongoing scheme in which expensive items were acquired without genuine intent to pay in full. The inclusion of a RICO allegation significantly raises the stakes, as it suggests a coordinated pattern of misconduct over time. If the claims are substantiated in court, the consequences could include substantial financial liabilities and the possibility of further criminal scrutiny.
So, a Miami jeweler that goes by the name of Leonard Sulaimanov is like, give me my money, give me my money. So he is hitting Floyd Mayweather with a huge lawsuit. Y'all, we're talking about a cool $4 million for some luxurious watches and diamonds that Floyd supposedly forgot to pay for. Y'all know he forget to cash checks. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? He might have forgot to pay for it for real. So even, y'all tell me if I'm saying this.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., widely recognized as Money Mayweather, has built a public image centered on wealth and excess. From luxury cars to diamond-covered jewelry and sprawling estates, his lifestyle has reflected the enormous fortune he earned inside the boxing ring. His automobile collection alone is remarkable, featuring multiple Rolls-Royces, Bugattis, Ferraris, and Lamborghinis, with reports that his Las Vegas estate stores more than 100 vehicles. He is known for keeping an all-white fleet in Las Vegas and an all-black lineup in Miami, reinforcing the precision behind his personal brand. Beyond cars, his taste for extravagance extends to high-end timepieces, including the Billionaire, an $18 million watch crafted from 18-karat white gold and set with hundreds of carats of diamonds. His property holdings include multi-million-dollar homes in Las Vegas, Miami, and Beverly Hills, underscoring his preference for scale and luxury. Because of this highly visible display of wealth, claims of financial strain have often been met with doubt. Many find it difficult to align the image of relentless opulence with suggestions of money troubles. Still, recent reports and commentary from insiders indicate that his financial standing may be more complicated than it appears, with boxing insider Rick Glazer suggesting that the rumors, while surprising, have substantial roots.
I just want to show people how I live on a daily basis. This right here is rent. So we got this. We like to call this house right here the Palace. This is the EWB, extended wheelbase. Gucci pillows. All depends on how you want to close the door. Stop talking and film me. Come on. I didn't show you guys this. I bought this like 4 or 5 days ago. I got all type of toys, Apple TV, personal machine, all type of crazy stuff. Talked about this yesterday, talked about that. It's blue on the seats. Crocodile Himalaya, 110,000. That's what we do. Live life, have fun, work hard, play hard. Show you guys my lifestyle.
Turning point reportedly came when federal authorities began closely examining Mayweather's financial activity, business operations, and alleged associations with questionable networks. Over the course of several months, investigators reviewed his tax filings, major financial transfers, and corporate partnerships. At the center of the inquiry were suspected financial inconsistencies spanning nearly a decade. Although Mayweather amassed extraordinary wealth during his boxing career, concerns emerged regarding how portions of that fortune were handled. Investigators allegedly identified unusual high-value transactions, including funds that were said to have moved through offshore accounts, along with links to certain businesses connected to individuals under criminal scrutiny. Among the most troubling discoveries was a reported existence of multiple offshore bank accounts allegedly used to shield sizable amounts of income. Some of these accounts were traced to entities previously associated with illicit financial activity, raising questions about whether all of Mayweather's earnings were properly reported. Forensic reviews also pointed to irregularities in tax documentation, suggesting the possibility that millions in tax obligations may have gone unpaid. That tax-related issues are not new in Mayweather's history. In 2010, the IRS placed a lien against him for approximately $7.2 million, tied to earnings from 2009, a year that included his high-profile fight with Shane Mosley. Records indicated that the debt lingered for years. The situation intensified in 2017 when another federal tax lien revealed he owed $22.2 million for the 2015 tax year. The same year, he reportedly earned around $200 million from his bout with Manny Pacquiao. At that time, his legal team asked the U.S. tax court for temporary relief, stating that he did not have sufficient liquid funds available but anticipated significant income from his upcoming fight with Conor McGregor. Altogether, his combined liabilities from the 2010 and 2015 tax years totaled roughly $29.40 million. While Mayweather has consistently stated that his finances remain stable, these repeated tax disputes illustrate ongoing challenges related to compliance. The IRS's measures, including liens and collection actions, highlight the seriousness of the matter and the financial pressures he has faced in resolving outstanding obligations.
There may be another reason Floyd Mayweather has agreed to fight Conor McGregor. ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight, the end of August. Mayweather made about $220 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao. That was back in 2015. He's expected to make about that much for the McGregor fight. Maybe he should have stayed retired and paid his taxes.
Yeah, paying taxes, usually that catches up with you if you don't do that.
During a recent broadcast, sports analyst Stephen A. Smith issued a serious warning regarding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial standing, suggesting the boxing icon may be dealing with major monetary difficulties. Smith stated that after reviewing documentation and speaking with reliable sources, he learned that Mayweather is reportedly burdened by a substantial IRS lien, has borrowed against several properties, and remains behind on multiple years of tax obligations. He also pointed out that a number of Mayweather's business ventures have struggled, prompting legal action from unhappy investors. According to Smith, one of the most troubling developments is the claim that Mayweather has quietly begun selling off prized assets, including rare luxury vehicles and expensive jewelry, in an apparent effort to address growing liabilities. Smith underscored the seriousness of the situation by drawing attention to a noticeable change in Mayweather's public persona. Once known for openly showcasing massive spending sprees, the boxer has recently grown far more reserved when discussing his wealth. As Smith suggested, a sudden shift from publicly boasting about multi-million-dollar purchases to remaining silent about finances naturally raises questions. That contrast has fueled speculation that the money image Mayweather carefully built over the years may now be facing significant strain behind the scenes.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box, when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too with Vander Holyfield. Again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Smith further stated that the IRS had already escalated its response. Several of Mayweather's US-based accounts were reportedly frozen, and authorities had initiated a detailed review of his financial trail. Sources familiar with the federal inquiry indicated that this was far more than a standard tax collection effort. It was described as a comprehensive investigation aimed at tracing where his funds had moved and identifying assets that could be recovered to cover outstanding liabilities, financial analyst Chris Whalen weighed in, explaining the gravity of such enforcement measures. He noted that once unpaid tax debt reaches a certain magnitude, the IRS intensifies its oversight dramatically. According to Whalen, investigators begin dissecting transactions, examining bank activity, and tracking holdings ranging from luxury jewelry to real estate. In cases involving substantial debt, not only current income, but also prior earnings, spending patterns, and even financial transfers to relatives can fall under review. Each expenditure can trigger further scrutiny if it appears inconsistent with unresolved obligations. Amid mounting speculation, Mayweather publicly dismissed the allegations. Through social media posts and interviews, he continued to showcase large sums of cash, luxury vehicles, and private jets, pushing back against claims of financial distress. Yet rumors surrounding tax complications, legal disputes, and heavy spending have persisted in recent years, with some reports suggesting he may have quietly sold certain assets, including property and high-value collectibles. Despite that chatter, Mayweather has consistently rejected the narrative, once remarking that if his version of broke looks like this, others might welcome the same circumstances. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported financial strain does not appear to stem from limited earnings, but rather from a pattern of high spending and risky financial choices. Although he is believed to have generated more than $1.2 billion during his boxing career, his lifestyle, marked by expansive car collections, diamond-covered timepieces, and multi-million-dollar estates, has prompted questions about long-term sustainability. Recent accounts suggest that some of his challenges may be tied to heavily leveraged assets and business ventures that did not perform as expected. One example drawing attention is the widely publicized $42 million real estate deal in Manhattan. While Mayweather publicly stated that he owned 62 rental properties outright, official records reportedly indicate he may have secured only a partial ownership interest, raising uncertainty about the full scope of the investment. Adding to the concern, Leonard Ellerbe, former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, revealed that federal authorities had allegedly seized several properties connected to Mayweather, including 9 high-rise buildings in New York City. The development stood in sharp contrast to Mayweather's long-standing claims of financial dominance. These reported seizures followed the freezing of certain bank accounts, signaling that investigators were intensifying efforts to trace assets and recover funds potentially tied to improper or mismanaged financial activity. Some reports have also pointed to significant gambling losses in Dubai as a possible factor that may have compounded his financial pressure. Together, these developments paint a far more complex picture of Mayweather's financial standing than the image he has projected publicly for years.
Now, this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers versus Mavericks game, but before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures, there is no video of this happening, but there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help, so he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks.
The reported seizure of major real estate holdings, especially high-value properties in Manhattan, points to a situation that appears serious both financially and legally. These are not minor investments. They represent some of the most visible symbols of the empire Mayweather publicly celebrated for years. When assets of that scale are targeted, it often signals that authorities believe they may be tied to unresolved debts, tax liabilities, or potentially improper financial activity. Such actions suggest a deep level of scrutiny and indicate that investigators are pursuing meaningful recovery efforts rather than routine enforcement. But if the reports about secret offshore accounts are accurate, their exposure would naturally intensify concerns. Offshore structures are not illegal by default, but when linked to allegations of tax evasion or concealed income, they become central to major investigations. The broader issue here isn't just wealth, it's transparency and compliance. For someone who built an image around financial dominance, revelations of hidden accounts or asset seizures create a sharp contrast between public perception and legal reality. Ultimately, if proven true, it would underscore how even extraordinary earnings cannot shield anyone from regulatory oversight and financial accountability.
You guys haven't seen one of my buildings is One Summit,
Yes.
Actually, it's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers. And Andrew Mathias, great business guy. This is what he told me one day. We took a walk. We was in New York. We was taking a walk. He said, you see that building right there? He said, yeah. We said, we own that. You see this building? We own it. So we was walking and walking. Then he said, a boxer makes money when he boxing. A football player makes money when he playing football. Basketball player makes money when he playing basketball. He said, but New York real estate, you make money when you sleep.
Could it be that the money empire was more image than reality? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear what you think.